Memory is critical to business success because customers make decisions in your favor based on what they remember, not on what they forget. So, if we want to influence their decisions, we must learn how to be memorable. This is not always easy because human memory is fallible. We forget our lives almost as quickly as we live them. If we understand why people forget, then we can find ways to become memorable and therefore influence customers' decisions. Why might customers forget messages? Well, attention is a precursor to memory, and unfortunately, people are not paying close attention to much around them. It takes a stronger stimulus these days to force us to look. We pay attention only to a small portion of the world at any given moment, and your audiences are not that different. So how do we ensure that people look and see without trying too hard? You can force them to look through color. You can also force them to look through size. And you can also force them to look through animation. You'll notice how we know where your attention is directed based on these elements, even as you're watching the screen. Why else do customers forget your messages? When your content is too much like someone else's content, it creates interference, and the customer's brain will not remember who said what. For example, do you know who can claim the slogan for providing the most reliable overnight service? Which one of these companies is it? Do you know who claims to be the first choice of doctors for pain relief? Interference is detrimental to business because when messages are alike, we tend to give credit to the more familiar source. So what do you do if you're not a familiar source for your customers and you want to influence their memory? Analyze the similarity in your field and make your important messages deviate from sameness. Ensure that you associate value with the distinctiveness you create. Another reason customers forget your content is that you tend to stay more on the cognitive side. This means sharing facts and abstract ideas and meaning, offered mostly through your words, than on the perceptive side, such as vivid visuals and actions. It is typical to hear statements such as, "Our solutions drive the vital business process between the buyer's interest in a purchase and the realization of revenue. With our technology, companies increase operational efficiencies while maximizing the visibility of blah, 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 blah." What does a statement like this mean to you? Can you picture what I just said? Will you remember any of it in the next few days? Take blockchain, for instance. At the time of this video, many companies are still trying to explain this concept properly. Notice this abstract example to the left. Now close your eyes and listen to this description. Blockchain is just like the lockbox that a realtor uses on a house. Using a code, you can access a space safely and you can leave it safely. So invite your audiences to process information deeply by building mental pictures in their minds. Sometimes your customers may forget what you say because you don't involve them too much in the conversation. Too many sales presentations are factual and passive. Consider this for a moment. In which case would you remember the word future better? In this case or in this case? Passive content is often forgettable, while self-generated content is often more memorable. In any interaction you have, whether it's 10 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour, don't pack every single minute with information you deliver. We are often so enamored with our own brilliance that we don't have time for others to generate their content during a sales call or a presentation. So invite your customers to contribute to the conversation by asking them questions and asking them to co-create a solution with you. I guarantee that they will remember that part they share better than many other parts. So in conclusion, here is how to avoid the habit of highly forgettable people and instead develop habits that keep you on your customer's mind so they can make decisions in your favor.